do people that are following these commodities markets, are they much more aware of, on a day-to-day basis, what's going on in Asia these days?
Yeah, I mean, there's no question, right? The biggest, uplift to the commodity sector in general is the demand from the Asia-Pacific region, right?
Yeah.
We hear about it day in and day out, and as the demand curve plays itself out, you have commodity markets that oscillate around those trends. The reality is that it's only getting more and more. There are several themes, right? You've hit on two of them. One is, right, they have a populace that needs to be fed.
Yeah.
Right? They're moving that populace from rural communities into major metropolitan areas, and they no longer can just farm on their own. They need, packaged food and the like, and so that's a large undertaking.
Yep.
And so as you start to see evidence of large communities being moved, there will be ensuing demand for food products, and that is globally. That's also in the sub-Sahara region as well, in Africa, right? There's huge demand for just food products in general, right? Obviously, the things that we are very fortunate in the United States is food is a commodity.
Yeah.
Literally, you can go get it anywhere you want. That's not the case in some places, and I think you're seeing that push commodity prices higher as they demand more and more of this stuff over time.
And that includes energy as well.
Correct. And so if you look at energy, it's really the building of these communities and operating companies and factories and the like, and lights in cities, and the urbanization of communities, right, is increasing the demand curve for energy. And it's fairly straightforward. There's no ducking it. If there are 1.3 billion people in China that are actively growing that population and the like, you're going to have demand for food commodities as well as energy commodities.